morning. This is yet another word from my ebook, Lou Auburn, which is available off of Lulu, Amazon.com, and it's off Google. It's off of Google if you click the name Sandra Amindo Fermo. This is another story called The Celestial Void. The Celestial Void regarding the coincidental trivialization of real purpose. Why do you call a fried egg a buttered wannabe toaster? But when the spinaccia within the scrambled yolks undergoes the pressure of an intimidating household, or is the household this conniving but nice Italian hen that hatched a fermented stream of purposeful, quick seeded up knead dough within the bakery of sugar twisty donut that was liked by the obese children like Charles at every bite? You could feel the suppleness of a nice doughy breast, but it's liked by everyone. It all depends whose baker it was. If it was wildly entrapped within the mainstream shared flour and yeast, without the infective virus that makes it scratch and itchy, alongside the usual unsourcement of tripe, like the intestinal belly and gas, the cow brand baking soda, reminding us all of the share of only unilateral love of Republican riboflavin at that time. I could still make an inside joke called starchy and husk. Starchy was Bush and husk was Clinton. But who the hell cared except for me? An absent-minded, slam-fucking, fine-tuned Canadian railroad type of America dream boy man. That was an informalizing duty known to no one else but to the foreign. Was it in his head? Was it a brief moon-ribbing enchantment? Or was it a profoundly silly Canadian curse that could smell the rosebud of my regenerative love, that is as beautiful as the sun's renegading femininity, that was as bewitching and seductive as her in my America? But the spiritual competitive value in between these two Nordic counties were then embedded within the glandular and perspiring work ethics that called balance spruces, metaphysical coincidences of interpretation, alongside the patriotic gardens of well-kept English normality of towns and lakes only confirmed the imperfect legislative integrative spirit alongside that of a simple grandiosity within dirty and grungy subsidedness into the void of cultural damnation. That is as learned in terms as a baked Calabrian maternal potato with some British oregano in it, right? It's sending a bit better deal of grandiose stellar referral towards the comparative conflictuality between an impossible in-law and his son, with feigned distracted superiority even within the perseverance of real queenly care, if not for the shared interest within the past of the past participle of literalizing lust. That is only found in gain, that is only relinquished from loss, like a Camelot in between the thighs of a tranquil and needy inferiority complex regarding the spectacularization of a dismissed, even familiarly forgotten. Remember that Marge Simpson Grassy Knoll episode? Last time itself. For it is a cheap expenditure of a sort of... Is it a cheap expenditure? A sorry joke? Or was it just a gangster's paradise that incorporates a weird time in American history, learning went onwards towards a better, moralizingly endorsing future, of course, except for the odd mass murder here or there? We have become as beautifully kind and docile as an angry little pup, such as me, that dares to bite off the hand from which it is may be welfareably fed. America don't give me no money. These are all freebies for the Hollywood industry. But the poor men then rise above, without the upstream climb towards a broad and manipulated idea of heaven. It only concentrates the word hell, if not redeemingly in pursuit of it, like a thorny rose clinging on its line, with the prickled guardianship regarding the hidden female treasure within. That escapes or grasps with every apathetic surge of my manly drunken need for a barstool with some cool babes around me. That is, if you don't mind the company of an anchored sailor with an carrying cheese. So they've always loved that kind of stuff. Without the same thing that impacted a biblical name-calling progression and dining of much more better and reflective ways. If only one was true enough to reenact the dress rehearsal of shared ways when they stage play of other people's lives. So abandon thy castles, and then I shall abandon my own. Dedicated to Bill Clinton, the material girl, and the boy and all of us, August 8, 2013. And dedicated to Dana Carvey, for he was a corrector for me. And God bless America. It was worth going crazy over it all, after all, wasn't it? Or so it seems. Quanto minuto abbiamo?
5:55.
Okay.
Fra poco finisce la batteria.
Allora basta così, aspetta, basta così. The consistency of the overlapping universality is a circumstantial aspect regarding resonance and effect. Allora, bestowing upon her grounded perplexion a sort of embittering, graceful direction, sometimes towards the disobligement of religious confinement, that disables her conscience with Christian forgiveness, but often a conservative self-earned, slightly vindictive climb, or any form of political social matter, that brackets her reality with a strange revengeful conformity, or a dishonorable discharge with a guilt-ridden shame that had only an inevitable intentionality to blame. For if free will is disclaiming or abundance to fulfill, then the discipleship of her true rampant poverty always fulfills itself in an apparent meager prosperity with the quietism of an angry Italian Canadian quill, and our love of privacy does so inebriated the still. So as I'm reading this, I'm being possessed by these people I talked about earlier. Due to a transitional expansion often from impactful distinction, there lurks within the self-loathing love of the corporeal dawn that permits the traveling vagabond at heart to unrelinquish his dire sociological placement by pulling upwards towards the mountain cliffs, both the New Testament and the left. This discourages the sensorial parental linguistic appraisal, often a frightening historical denial regarding a pacifistic baptismal fire. C'è ancora la batteria?
Ancora poco finisce.
Quanto? Un minuto?
That
leads towards an outside perspective of the immigrant's matrix are alive, when an Anglo-Saxon allows all brains to fly. This paternal recognition is bullshit, and is isolated within an imposed language's burden and paternal recognition, constituting our Italian lifeline, which the Italian offspring often pay a hefty and luminous fine. That's it. Hope you like it. That was part of it, and this was dedicated to our old Ottawa, March 29, 2013. Have a nice day. Sopra, guarda sopra, prendimi penna al sottofondo. This is my valley below, down to the valley below, with Bob Dylan. And I hope you're right. This is Complacency, province of Complacency. This is in Calabria, Southern Italy. Hope you like it. God bless everyone. Have a good day. I'm in a good mood so far. I haven't mentioned any strange people that may reenact a sort of like similitude, personificative, torturous, sort of like vindictive, sort of like personificative process to cyborgic ways. Or I am just faking it. They're all walking here if they want to come here. They don't even turn the place. And when I go, well, let's even go a step further. They don't even know where the place is. So take it easy. We're not all gangsters here. We're nice people. God bless. God willing. Cheers. And let's go back inside and have a nice coffee, will you? Come on, Mr. Roberts. This is my neighborhood. Ciao. Oh, Mr. Rogers.